Good morning. Hopefully you can hear me. I think so. So many changes with everything. Oh, did this relaunch? I think it did. Jeez. Yeah, it did. Because every time I touch something, I don't know. It just seems like everything is like updating incessantly lately. I have been working a lot in World Within Worlds. I don't know. Once I start working in the book, sometimes I just get hooked and I just keep going. And I had started with this and I kind of paused because I'm not quite sure how I want to proceed on this. I don't know if I want to, add another color to this skull and not ready to do the background yet. Not sure even what I'm going to do the background with. I still have to do all these little things in here, and I'm trying to figure out what I want to do these little things with. Like, do I want to use gel pen? Do I want to try to use acrylic marker? Whatever, whatever, whatever. I don't know. So, so I'm on pause for this for now, and I could change at any time. Um, then I decided I don't know. I started this one day, last week, I think, and I just kept going. And then I paused for a little bit, went back to the skull, and then I came back and kept going. I did the background like a few days ago. I started it and kept going. I've been using a King Art gel stick um, in conjunction with my Cretacolor pencils, those big fat ones, which I still have them on my desk. I need to put them away, like all my other pencils. These guys, because I was thinking about like I don't use these that much. I need to use them, and so good morning, foot soldier. I'm doing good. So yeah, these guys. And I kept thinking, I don't use these. Why don't I use these? And I have them for backgrounds, and I haven't been using them for backgrounds. And so I said, let's go there. So I've been using them a lot lately, past few days. Um, this has a base of marker, actually. Like I see, I got all these things still out on my desk, which is bad. But they're actually Ohuhu color markers. I got like it was like the first set of water based markers I think I got when I started doing adult coloring. And so it started out with this, and then I don't know, I went on from there. Added pencil, and then actually after I added like a bunch of pencil, I actually went over it again in some spots to make the yellow pop more, which was interesting. So yeah, and me and like any markers other than acrylic, I don't really do too much, but trying to use everything that I have. I'm thinking because I look at pages and sometimes I think pages that I don't really want to do anything with. Oh yeah, you're gonna hear about what I've been cooking, most definitely. I got a lot to say on that. Um, I feel like pages that I see where I'm not sure what to do with. I'm thinking probably there's another coloring medium that I have that I don't really use that much, or if at all, that probably is a solution. And my problem is my learning curve, like that I don't know how to use the things right. But then you don't learn how to use them unless you use them. And because this is actually a page, I was like, I don't want to color that page, just like the skull. I was like, I don't want to color that page. Um, so that's my way of getting over the hump of of coloring a page in a book. Um, and why color what you don't really want to color? A page you don't really like. For me, like there's times when I definitely don't. But then I also feel like okay, rather than get a new book, buy another book where there's only going to be some color pages I color in or whatever. Why don't you just learn how to color a blank page that you said you didn't like in a book you already have? Like, why get more? Excuse me, I don't know if my volume's going to go up or not. I'm going to turn on my other light. It's kind of dark today. Um, and I like that idea better because it has me using all of my supplies, which is why I have them. Is to use them. Start reading. So I use water-based markers, colored pencils, King Art gel stick, just this one so far. I'm thinking I'm gonna do something special to put the stars. I don't know yet. I feel like I want to go somewhere I haven't gone before and try and do it better than I did before or something. Hey, Anfield, how you doing? Ooh, working on the train layout. I gotta check that out. Check out Anfield Road. He does model trains, like the whole, setup where you have like the whole city and all that kind of stuff. It's really cool with lots of miniatures and things. Check him out. Good stuff. And I need to check him out too. Because I saw he posted something recently. Was it last week or something like that? Um, and I was like, oh, I got to go see that. But I feel like I need to binge on your videos because I've been missing a lot and I want to see your progress. So I've had a lot going on. I didn't think I was going to say this, but I actually got a traffic ticket. Uh, when was it? June 15th. Pain in the butt. It was dismissed, but just the mental stress because I haven't gotten a ticket since 1999, and that one in 1999 was my first one. So, and it was also something stupid. It was actually that one was it was basically a speed trap going into this little town that I always had to go to for work. It was a speed trap that was paying for their SUVs they were getting for their force. No lie, that really is what it was. That one got dismissed too. I just had to pay the state fee. It was like $30 or something like that. This one I didn't have to pay anything, but that's a whole story. I don't know if I feel telling the story, but it actually was really amusing. Court was actually really amusing in a funny way, like humorous. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, yeah. So using all my supplies now. I don't know. Like I started off with my Cretacolor pencils and maybe the light fast pencils, Derwent light fast, and so I didn't know I was going to do what it did on the outside, and I didn't know that the light fast and Cretacolor were going to turn out this color. Well, I think I'd started with the light fast actually, and I'm looking at the pencil. I think I started with. I think it was this one. See, I don't put my pencils away. I need to put my pencils away. Um, this is partially what led me to buy some open stock light fast pencils because that was not the blue I wanted and it was too purple. And I'm like, why do all the I don't have a lot of light fast pencils, but the ones I have, it's like I don't have a real blue. So this is what moved me to buy some open stock light fast. As you can see, I got to finish in here because I'm trying to figure out how am I going to blend this into this because I don't want it really to be this color, but for it to be this color is too drastic, so I have to blend it in. So that's why I haven't done this yet because I need to figure out how I'm gonna make it kind of flow. Um, and then I was thinking too, well, if I did the inside the same color as this part outside of the moon, that one probably would have been too drab anyway, right? It would have been too like matchy or something. So maybe this adds a little more interest. If you see in here, I actually tried to add some of this on the inside to see what color it would change to, and it didn't change enough. I don't know, in a way. I don't know. It was like, yeah, I guess it's not really doing it. I don't know. I might wait until I get my open stock pencils and see what happens. If I add one of those blues, maybe save it to do towards this side. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I may use some white, and I can't find any of my white. I have them all together, which I guess is bad because now I can't find any. I can't find the togetherness of them. Um, my white blendy things and my marabou blendy sticks. I can't find them. They're all together somewhere, and I can't find them. So I figure, well, when I find them, that's when I'll use them on whatever I want to use them on. Okay, so that's the story of this one. These are actually these started with marker two. Actually, I think they mostly they don't have any pencil on them at all. Actually, which I don't know. Like that may be a bad thing. It might look too. I'm afraid to do anything else because I'm afraid I'm gonna like take a turn and it's gonna then I don't know be horrible. I thought about adding pencil and I was like I don't know, but I did all. It was all Ohuhu markers. Um, Not necessarily this color, but I think this color is on these on the bottom. But like three or four different greens. I just kind of was playing with how to dot and whatever and make it work for me. So yeah, and I still have to do all the flora down here, which is like ooh tiny tiny. Um, Now these guys do have a they're double sided, so they've got a little side, but that I don't use that much. Maybe I should. This is probably the perfect thing to use them on, but my tendency like to get the color is like I may um, saturate it so much that it goes over onto the other page. And I actually had that experience with the trees using the brush tip side. I kind of at one point in one part got a little too zealous with it, and it went over to the other side. But fortunately, it's green like the trees, so I can probably make that work somehow. Yeah, I still have to finish this page too. So I have to finish this one too. So that's this guy. A lot of work done on that one. Then the skull, I didn't really. I went in with some pencil. I can't remember what it was, and kind of darkened some of the brown spots to see if I would like that, and darken the gray. Because I was doing that, trying to figure out like what color do I want the skull to be, and also seeing will it pop into my head what color I want the background to be, and it wasn't happening, and so I switched and I said, well, what else can I color in here? And so I went to this page. I think I just went to this one. Yeah, I don't think I went any further. I looked and looked and looked and looked and said, is there any other page in here? And I kind of thought about some. It's like, why don't we just go in order? And I do kind of like this page, but I kept thinking, before I started coloring it, I kept thinking, there isn't that much to it. So, like, what am I going to do? And there's so much background. I was like, oh, I got my Creator Color pencil. No problem with the background. So, that's what we're doing, and that's what I'm going to work on now. And, stop falling. This thing. It keeps, like, falling down because this is the blending liquid that's supposed to go with to use with the Staedtler pigment pens, which I do need to use. I've been scared to use this, but I really need to. But this flappy thing that's on it, I don't want to take it off because it's got instructions and things. But it's so like it just gets in the way everywhere. I don't know how to. I don't know. I wonder if I can. I can't. I could flip it the other way so this would go down. Or maybe I should do that. Let me do that. I hope I don't ruin anything on it. And like do this. Because it keeps getting in the way. Oh, then we got this up here. Oh, brother. It's just a pain in the butt. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, annoying. I don't know why they thought that was cute. Somehow they thought that was cute. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm actually updating my standalone computer. Ooh, I guess. Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, 99%. Because I haven't had it on in a long time. And I was thinking that I wanted to play some Sims Medieval, but I want to fix that issue with OBS where like you really can't see, the screen is too small on Sims Medieval. Ooh, look at that, that's starting to rip apart. Um, and you can't see it when I stream well enough, not to my liking, because part of the fun of the game to me is the visuals. And if you can't see the visuals, I feel like why? Um, so I'm doing a necessary update of everything. It's been like I don't know, what did it say, like 46 days or something. It's been a long time, but it's taken forever. So that's going to be one of my projects for the day. So I figure while I'm doing that and waiting for it so I can click for the next thing, I might as well color. So, my big thing with food, let me see. Okay, now, well, let me trying to figure out where I want to go with this because I kind of want variation in the color on the trunk. I don't want it all to be the same. And I kind of want this to stay lighter, but I don't know how I'm going to make that happen. Um, if I use Prismacolors, it's going to go to mush. But I have the best variety of muted colors in my Prismas, to my knowledge. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. And I have some in maybe root thinners. I've been using my old set of root thinners too. I'm using that. Maybe I'll use these to try this out. Let's try it. Let's see. I love these pencils so much. I really do. I'm so glad they came out. I was able to get another set. Let's see. Checking out what these look like. Excuse me. I haven't eaten yet, and I should. I had been waking up and immediately making a protein smoothie. Banana, almond milk, BSN Synthesix protein powder, sometimes a little bit of cinnamon, sometimes not. Just making it and drinking it and like done. Okay, you got protein because I need more protein. They say that as you age, you really do need more protein. And as somebody who's really not that fond of, I'm not a big meat eater or anything like that. I can't eat tofu. My gut rebels. It does not like it. It makes me sick. Um, so I've been trying to focus on getting more protein making sure I have like, lean protein, like 3-4 ounces with at least one meal a day, and then starting my day off with a smoothie. But I haven't started the past few days off with a smoothie. It's been bad. Just a lot going on. I had, because of the ticket, that traffic ticket thing, that kind of threw everything for a loop. I was trying to find out what to do. I really didn't want to go to court. I was like, I don't feel like going anywhere. I don't want to go, and I don't want to drive anywhere else. There is like construction that's like so crazy, and that actually was what my ticket was from. Um, but and I told my husband, I says, I think now he realizes, yeah, I think it was. Um, I told my husband, I think it was a setup. Like again, like that speed trap thing, because the way it was, there was a, and it was there when I had gone to my appointment, and I was looking, I was like, why are they there? When it was on the opposite side of the highway, and I'm looking, I was like, why is it there? What are they doing? Because there's no people there. There's just a, um, I don't know, was it a state trooper? I can't remember what their vehicles look like anymore. They keep changing them up. But it was there, and I like, and then they had, what did they have? There was like a construction truck or whatever, like a dump truck or something there. But there was really like, they weren't doing nothing. There were no bodies, no people, no cones, no noise. It was like it was just sitting there. I'm like, what the heck is that? And there's construction going on everywhere, so like there's a whole lot of action in all these other places, and there this stuff is just sitting. And so coming back, they had a sign, and my mind was not on really. I had gone through this weird. Um, like I said, there's construction everywhere, and the way they had the roads, the way things were backed up, and Google Maps took me on this detour that was like, what the heck? And I only realized what it had done for me after, I looked behind me. I was like, holy crap, them people are all caught up. But I usually don't use Google Maps. I mean, I usually don't have to. But there's so much construction that, I finally had to get it out on my way back home and say, I don't know what the heck is going on up this way. Okay, does that look kind of... Okay, that still seems kind of brown, but kind of faded. I want to go as muted as possible up here. I'm going to try and find a... I think I need a ChromaFlow pencil. And so, it's like it's the exit before my exit off the highway. And there's a sign that says road work that's at that exit, and that's just before where those people are set up or whatever. That already had me confused, like what the heck is going on there. And like I think I'd been that way for like at least 2 other times in the previous 2 weeks. And so I had kept seeing that, and it's like they're not doing anything. What the? And there's no people. There's no bodies, no cones, one truck that's not making any noise, that's not on. Take care, foot soldier. You have a good day too. So what, so like this has been for a while that's been there like that. And I'm like, when is there going to be action? Because usually like I will go to wherever I'm going, and it might be like that, and then coming back, there'll be action. And so, like, oh yeah, there are people there, whatever. Nobody's at lunch or anything like that. Um, but so my mind was still on my appointment and all that crazy real live construction with tons of workers that I had to go through between, where my appointment and this exit before my exit. And I'm thinking about my appointment as well, which I still have to look at results from that. Like, it was just like, oh, just annoying. But anyway, um, looking for another. Looking for another neutral. One of these grays has a kind of brown to it. That's what I'm kind of looking for, and I do want that. Thinking that chromophore, but I'm going to try and do it with this because I don't feel like digging through more things to find what I want. So anyway, my mind's on that. I'm confused. I'm confused from my appointment. Confused from all the construction before I got to that point. And confused at the fact that, like, what the heck is going on up here? It still looks like there's no action. What the heck are they doing? People are driving way faster than they should be, like, 80 miles an hour, and it's speed limit 65, which, I tend not to do. I might go 70, but but I was kind of driving real, kind of, well, because of what I'd been through already up to that point. I was like, I'm not going to be like speeding, like, no. And I was in the slow lane, and I was like, just let everybody go by me. That's fine, because I don't feel like doing all that right now. And I think I was tired too because they had drawn blood. But anyway, um, so I'm getting closer to this, and people are driving way fast, and I realize, oh, should I move over? I probably should move over. Should I move over? But people were going so fast that by the time there's still no cones or anything, so I'm like, still no bodies. And so I'm like, I don't think I can get over in time. And there was all these cars that had caught up to me and just were like flying. And in the left lane, so I couldn't move over by the time I got there. So I just slowed way down, like crazy way down. I was like, there's nobody behind me. They're all trying to get around me. So let me just, slow way down. So if there is anybody there, I won't, you know, I can stop quickly or whatever if they're close, or, you know, show that I'm trying to, be cautious. And then seconds, seconds, the lights from the trooper car or whatever um comes on, and I just pull right over. The funny thing is like, it was like so, like, smooth. I can't even describe it. I feel like somebody in Albany needs to hear my testimony. At court, they need to hear my voice or see my name or something. I mean, I do know people, in certain positions, certain people I have known who have certain positions now. And I'm thinking, I wonder if that needs to happen because that person needs to find me. I don't know. I'll let you know if something happens as a result of that. But my watch is bothering me. It's itching. I've been wearing it a lot, and I think I probably need to give my wrist a rest. Hey, Carrie. Good morning. So, he pulls me over, and I was like, oh, I'm just like, okay, another thing in the day. Not what I need, not what I want, but like, this is what it is. And the guy comes over. I can't even remember what I did because I was already tired, exasperated, brain was overloaded, and it was like, now this, but I just do whatever I gotta do. And we're talking. I know he probably thought I was half crazy. And talking like I was flustered or whatever, because I just was kind of in disbelief that I'd gotten pulled over. It's like I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here. I don't understand. Are they doing construction or what? And the little guy, he was a cute little guy. He was Asian. And he had a little tan. And I don't know, in my head, always thinking of like, who can I fix this guy up with? It's like, but like I'm cooperating and stuff, and he's doing his. He seemed like kind of, I don't know, it seemed kind of new maybe, but he's asking the questions he's supposed to ask, and I'm answering them, and I just was like flustered, and like when I had to go, he asked for my registration, all that stuff, and I had to reach over. Then he could see like the thing where I had my blood drawn. He could see that there, and I noticed he really looked at that. I was like, yeah, that's where I've been. I didn't tell him, but he didn't ask, but like, yeah, that's where I've been. And you're just adding to the stress. Thank you very much. But, um, and so he gave me the ticket, and like I said, I haven't gotten a ticket since 1999. He hands me this like flimsy paper thing, looked like somebody printed it out on really weirdo, cheap, I don't know, something. And I'm looking at it. So I said, so what do I need to do? And he said stuff, and I can't remember exactly what he said, but he went through his spiel, and I was like, because I just in my head was like, do I have to go somewhere else? I don't feel like going anywhere else this month because I've had so many appointments in the past, like 2 months, tons of them. I don't, I guess I arranged it for when I wasn't working, but I'm spending my whole time off going to appointments. Um, and and I looked at him and I scrunched up my face. I was like, and I said it just like this: do I have to go to court? I just he probably was like, who is this lady? Now add to this the pressure of where I live. There, it's not a very diverse place. Okay. And so it was kind of interesting that he was Asian, and I was thinking in my head, it's like, you work out here? It's like, how is it for you? Court. And then he says, he's calm. He says, no, he goes, there's his instructions right there in the bottom, blah, 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 blah. You could just sign it and turn it in, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, whatever. Okay, so I don't even remember what happened after that, but like, I just told him, okay, he said something to me, like in closing or whatever. And I says, okay, I say, have a nice day. And just like, then I left. And then got home trying to figure all this stuff out, trying to read the thing. It's like, I don't understand what this means. All this legalese, it's like, just tell me what I gotta do. And like, and I had to do all this research because I didn't understand. Like, it's like, well, I'm guilty because I didn't. Oh, I forgot to tell you what the charge thing was. Um, but anyway, I'm guilty because I didn't move over. But if I had tried to move over, I would have died. I would have probably caused a few other people to die too. So that wasn't happening. And it wasn't clear to me what was going on. But it turns out the law changed in New York State on February. In February, the law changed so that the move over law is much stricter than it was. Um, and so I still don't understand it because they weren't acting like that when I was at the court. The judge was like, another one of these? He goes, oh, brother. He was funny. The judge was hilarious. He was hilarious. It was like a whole comedy show that night. Um, But anyway, the move over law is much stricter, and a lawyer told me, he goes, well, they're not really giving us any leeway with this like they did, so we really can't do anything for you. Um, and I didn't realize then probably the best thing to do was just to go to court. And so, I mean, but what I wound up doing was just going to court, which is like, oh, brother, a whole month I got to wait for going somewhere else for this. Um, do I like this? I want this to stay, I want this part to stay browner and paler. And I think I think I'm kind of there. And I think I probably need to stop working on this part. So I'm not sure if I'm going to tell this story very well because, like, now I'm just relieved it's over. But there was a whole lot going. Oh my gosh, going to court. I was telling my husband, I was whispering. I was like, I said they don't take people in another room or something, or like there's like no privacy. Everybody's hearing everybody's stuff, and I'm not concerned about mine because like I don't care. It's just like, you know, there's no big deal. But people there were like with evictions and being told, well, you have this amount of time to clean up the place, and I was like, oh Lord, so now everybody knows they're a slob. It's like, it's like, what is this? Like, this is awful. It's like I wouldn't, and I was feeling so bad. It's like I wish I had $2,000 to give to these people so they could, you know, not get put out their place. And I don't know. I was going through all kinds of things. Like, it's like I don't want to hear, and then I'm like sitting there and like in my mind mentally at one point trying to do la 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 la, so I don't hear everybody's business. I just was like, oh my gosh, talk about being exposed. And my husband was saying, well, you know, you might just have to, before we went, you know, he was saying, well, you can go to court and then just, you know, like ask to speak to the DA. Because everything I was reading about that ticket, that violation, was that they were going to give you like 5 points off your license and on your license, however that works. I don't know. And all this other stuff. So my husband also suggested taking the safe drivers course, so then I could like go to court and say, well, I'm taking this and whatever, whatever. It turns out I wouldn't have had it finished before court, but I am taking the safe drivers course. I am 68% through it. Um, and hopefully get some money off my insurance. Um, but when I got to, let me see, did anything happen really interesting besides the eviction before I got there? Them poor people. Um, the judge he was like a comic. He was really cool. Um, and he knows who Chick Corea is. He happened to say that. I'm thinking this small town court, like who would know? Who would think? He knew who Chick Corea. He was like back when I was in a band, and because I think somebody that was there they had the last name Korea, and he said that my ears perked up. I was like, Chick Corea, keyboardist for um oh my gosh, brain Return to Forever jazz keyboardist. He died not that long ago. So when I went up and I just, you know, and I think I basically just stared him in the eyes, in the face. I mean, that's how I talk to people. I look at them, and so I was telling him what happened, And I said, if I had moved over, I says, I thought, I don't know what's going to happen. If I move over, I can't really see. And these people are going way faster than me because I've slowed down because I'm approaching this weird setup that looks like it wants to be construction. Um, so no, so I stayed in my lane. I just slowed way down because I couldn't tell what was going on. And and he was nodding. He goes, yeah. He goes, yeah. He goes, you could. There's there wasn't really anything else you could do. Blah 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 blah. Um, and he goes and he goes, I can tell. It says you're not, you're honest. You have a clean driving record, which is what we like to see. Um, your case is dismissed. And all of a sudden, I blurted out, "Cool beans, cool beans." I only say that like at work with the kids. I never, I don't know. That just came out my mouth loud. Cool beans. And he cracked up laughing. He's like, "Cool beans." He goes, "I haven't heard that one before." And then he goes, and I didn't realize that they record the, each interaction with Albany or whatever. And he goes to the side. He goes, "You hear that, Albany? Cool beans." And I'm looking like, because I don't exactly know what's going on. I'm like, Albany. He was laughing. The secretary and clerk, they were laughing. Mm. And that was it. I don't know why that had to happen. But like I said, I'm wondering if there's somebody that I know, have known in my life that's working in Albany that needs to hear that. I don't know. It really was not a fun way to spend like a whole month though, trying to figure out what to do with that. Because I'm thinking, I don't, you know, is something wrong with me or whatever? Is something wrong with my eyes or whatever? I don't know. I was going through things. Uh, but I wasn't stressing about it. There was at one point, it was just like God's like, I got it. Don't worry. I got it. I know you don't know none of this. I got it. You weren't trying to do nothing. I got it. I had to get through the whole thing. Like, I didn't realize that what not guilty means. Because I was like, I'm not going to say that I'm not guilty if I actually didn't move over. But that's not the whole thing of not guilty. I was like, oh. And then I was like, oh, brother, this is too much like mental gymnastics for me, this whole thing. I can't deal with it. That was crazy. That was crazy. That was like my first ticket since 1999. So my second ticket in my life. On the other hand, the safe driver's course is very informative, although it's a little bit drawn out. But like they have all these new pedestrian lights now and bike paths and things that like I don't know what cities they're in. I'm curious. Not that curious, but I know now if I go anywhere else before I go there, like in another state or something, then I want to see if they have those things so I can kind of be ready for it. That flashing pedestrian thing where they push the button and then there's like this huge sign that does like real crazy loud flashing now. I was like, wow, that's wild. So I guess it's good that I don't know. So that's that whole ordeal. I didn't even think I was going to talk about that. It was interesting though. Mm, then, bread machine. I bought a Cuisinart bread machine, and I think I really, 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 really like it. And I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of it. Okay, now why does this... Let me restart this computer. Okay. Should I do green down here instead of pink? Or should I keep it all? Let's see. I don't need all these now. Let me put these back. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm going to put them back in this all together. So that if I decide to use them again, they'll be together. Oh, dealing with my tendonitis thing has eased up pretty well. Still have I'm going to bed with a brace. I'm wearing a brace when I go to bed. Not every night, but at least every other night. And I'm probably just going to keep doing that for a while because I want to make sure that it doesn't flare up again. Because when it does, oh my gosh, it's awful. That's a Prismacolor. And I feel like I need to make up for lost time with my piano. And so, yeah, I need to wear my brace. I just had to restart my computer. We gotta wait and see what else it. Wait and see what it does. Okay, so for this background, oh, am I doing there? Do I want to do? Let's do the bottom. You can see how I did the bottom, and I can. Well, I still remember how I did the bottom. It's in my Cretacolor Mega Color, and this color is a Matter Carmine. I think they probably do have a regular set, regular sized pencils. I was kind of curious about that because of their very special names they have for their pencils. Colors. So I got a Cuisinart bread machine. It was only like $120. Got it on Amazon. Got it because, man, that cheese bread, I needed to have it in my life. And I couldn't find it, surprisingly, nowhere locally. Which really surprises me. But yeah, nowhere locally had it. So I was like, I'll make my own. Well, I happened to also find a recipe online that kind of looks similar that I thought that actually doesn't need a bread machine, but that's okay. Um, I made my first loaf of basic white bread Sunday. Was it Sunday? Feels like it's been longer, but turned out good. Turned out really good. And so I was like, okay. I had funny thing is I kind of lost a little bit of count when I was adding the yeast, which is like a huge no. But I think I must have realized I must have been on point with it. And only thought I lost count because I don't have. It was I was making. You can make bread in. You can make it as a 1 pound loaf, a 1.5 pound loaf, or a 2 pound loaf. And because I was listening to my husband and starting simple, I did the 1 pound loaf just to see like how does it turn out. So if I need to tweak anything or whatever, I can do that with the next one. And if I mess it up, then I could like figure it out and do better next time. And but it turned out good. Um, and let's see what else. Sorry, brain. I'm kind of like coloring and I don't know what to say. So I've been thinking about the bread thing a lot, and like, cause I want to make so making my own healthy bread. What would that be like? Um, what would I need to have in my pantry to do that on the regular? I actually bought a bread slicer that's supposed to be coming today. I held back until I actually thought about, how often do I want to do this bread thing? And I may actually want to do it really often, especially if I can make bread on demand. I mean, it takes about 4 hours, or because you have to. Let's see, was it like 30 minutes or something for like the you add this everything in there, and then it does the kneading and rising. Um, 30 minutes to an hour. Then um, the baking. I don't know the whole process. And after you bake it, you cannot cut that bread right away because the steam that's going through the bread is still doing things with the texture of the bread. So it's not like, as soon as you bake it, cut it. Unless you want your bread to be the texture that it is when you just cut into it right away, which I think most people don't. Um, so I'd say 4 or 5 hours for the whole process, probably minimum. If you allow, you're supposed to allow an hour to 2 hours for the bread to cool off. So maybe like 4 to 6 hours. But yeah, I could see myself doing that regularly and having that be our bread instead of buying bread off the shelf, because I was kind of freaked out when I bought a bread not that long ago. It was some Arnold bread, and it when it went moldy, the mold was yellow. I was like, "What the heck is this? Since when does bread get yellow mold?" That really like threw me. I wasn't liking that. Okay, I kind of want this to be lighter on this side. What can I use? I think I'm gonna go to my brute fitter here. See what I can do. So, I actually had bought bread making flour, bread flour, but I found out you don't really need that. It's like depends on the texture you want for the bread. But then I just figured, well, I can see what this is like and then decide later. And if I only make like 1 pound loaves to start, just to see what I like and what I don't like, that's probably a good idea. And I'll decide from there. Because you can actually use all-purpose flour. I actually didn't have a lot of all-purpose flour, so it was just as well that I bought the bread flour. Let's see. But now, and I found there's a whole bread machine community. making bread from bread machines on Reddit. And a wealth of knowledge on there. So I've been reading on there and finding out things. It's been very helpful. People talking about using old flour. How old is the flour you're using? So when I heard that, I have a thing of whole wheat flour that I had because, like, when I needed it to bake, I don't know, they're kind of old time cookies. You need whole wheat flour to make them. That I used to make when I used to make a lot of Christmas cookies. Well, my husband bought, I don't know, he bought like 3 bags, 5-pound bags. I was like, what the heck? What do you think I'm going to do? This is only one cookie that needs this, not all of them. So I had a bag of whole wheat flour that just was just sitting there. So that's what I'm going to use next. Because some people said, some people were like, oh, it should be fresh on that Reddit thing. And other people were saying, I do it all the time. I have bags that have been sitting there for years and years that I've made bread with, like, or that, like, they people that, because there's a lot of like frugal people and stuff on there. And they're like, I don't, I do it all the time. I get bread from somebody and, like, who knows how long it's been sitting around. I mean, I get flour from, you know, not scavenging. Sorry, my brain is not. See, I probably need to eat. And it's just fine. The bread comes out just fine. So that's my next thing is I want to make some whole wheat bread. When we were at BJ's a few weeks ago, they had Arnold whole wheat bread and different Arnold breads. My husband likes the oat nut one or something like that, and I never liked that because I was like, oh, it's like it has boogers in it. Oh. When they have the chunks of something like inside the actual bread part, it's like I don't want to be eating my sandwich and then like bite down on that. I don't like that. Ugh. And so I forgot the reason I didn't buy Arnold, the regular Arnold whole wheat bread is because it has those boogers in it. I call them boogers because they look like boogers, hard ones. Um, and they had 2 packs, like we buy in, like they came 2 in a pack, at a good price, and so we got one of the whole wheat and one of the oat nut, and then I realized, oh no, when I ate it, it's like, oh, it has boogers. I'm eating it, but it's not. I do like that the slices are thin. I like that part. I don't like thick sliced bread as a rule. But there's just more incentive for me to make my own. No yellow mold. Only bake as much as I need for the week. The interesting thing is toasting. Toasting is odd. I gotta figure that out. That's a whole nother thing. Now, I like things crunchy and crispy, and I can, now that I don't have braces, I can indulge in crunchy and crispy. But the white bread that I baked, it doesn't really, it doesn't toast the same. And I gotta figure that out. Why that is and how that works. And so I'll probably go to the Reddit thing and research that because some people know everything. I mean, that is a very extensive subreddit because I went up there because I have a bag of psyllium husks, and I bought it for one thing to make this, I don't know, this lentil bread recipe I saw, which I was like, after making it, I was like, I don't know, I'll be doing that again. Um, but I bought it for that, and so now I got to do something with them, and they are good for you. I tried to find, actually, because it has the consistencies that kind of mucilage consistency when added to water. So I tried to find out, can you make a hair gel from it? And I'm not seeing too much on that. Um, I did find a couple YouTube videos and one person who used it, but I'm not so sure. I don't know how I feel about it. And it's also good like for like digestion, fiber, but it's also people do use it in bread. So I'm thinking of trying making bread with that as an additive. And that's a way to use up that bag of psyllium husks. Other cooking than that, I actually haven't done a lot this week because I made that chicken last week and I kind of did that so I could do other things I needed to do in the house and not focus on food. So I haven't done anything special. And I probably won't for a bit because, like, I'm tired from all the driving I've been doing, all the appointments, all the construction everywhere. Makes the drive extra annoying. It's like I like to drive, but when you live somewhere where you really have to drive a long ways to get just about anywhere, it gets old. It gets old. Eyes, and in my eyes. Does that match? Does that match? Or do I? I'm not actually trying to match, but to blend into kind of sort of. I don't know. I want it to kind of look atmospheric, kind of yeah, atmospheric. So I'm thinking I want to try making the wheat bread today, but I'm not pushing it. Kind of going by feel. There's some things I know I kind of want to put in it, and I want to be able to put molasses in it. I really like molasses. Plus, it's like iron. Um, and the psyllium husks. I don't know if all that's going to go well together, so I got to check, and double check because I have several different recipes. There's the Cuisinart, the one that comes with the bread making machine, and then oh, I bought a book that they were talking about on that forum on the subreddit. That Yeah, I bought the book and I'm glad I did because that book is insanely useful. Um, it's a bread machine cookbook. It's called, get you the name. It's really, really, really a good book. I guess it's been around for a long time, and it really is the best um, bread machine book. What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? It's called the Bread Lovers Bread Machine Cookbook, and it has 300 plus recipes. And let me tell you, I feel like I could really spend my life trying out every single one. Um, It's still updating. Oh, goodness gracious. 94%. Let's see. Is that blended enough for me? Over here. What's this little corner? So I want to make wheat bread. I have some ground turkey that I have seasoned. It's been in there since what? Since night before last. Um, lemon juice, um, some breadcrumbs that I made from the cheddar bread um, that I had bought that got me hooked on the idea of cheddar bread. Paprika, adobo, like onion powder, and I kind of want to make like just croquets or something from it, croquettes, whatever the heck you call them. Again, to have like just a simple lean protein that's always around, that I don't have to think too hard about like eating. And actually, because it's really chilly today, it's like only high of 70 today. Um, because of all the storms and things that have been coming through the past few days. This might be a good day to turn the oven on and do them in the oven. I don't know. In a way, I prefer to fry them because I want that nice brown on the outside, but I don't know. We'll see. Because then if I have those, I can like do anything with those. I could break one up and make loaded nachos. I could, we could put them in a sandwich. We could eat them with like, potatoes and vegetables or whatever. Like have a bunch, have them here, do all kinds of things with them. I need to make more of that pickled cabbage, that cabbage health salad. I need to make more of that because I got a head of cabbage for that. Okay, so are we going green up here? Let's do that. Where's my... I need my pencil I started with, which was which one? I think it's probably still here. This one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Whew. Oh, I bought a Derwent sharpener and like, I don't know, it felt, I was trying to empty it and then the thing fell out of my hand and bounced. I have this really weird rug I can't wait to get rid of. Um, it bounced off of that and I have no idea where it went. I think it went way under my desk. And so like in the unreachable regions. So anyway, this is the thing of it. I still don't know how you're supposed to really get it out of it. It had a really nice design, and I liked it at first, and it really sharpens the light fast pencils well. It's like a double barrel sharpener, but it broke. It broke my Derwent Chromaflow. Where's that pencil? It's so short now I can't even find it. Like 3 times it broke. Oh, this one. This was not this short before I used that sharpener. And it was like probably like that, at least. That thing, it broke the tip off again and again and again. Is one of those tips in here? Yeah, there's one. Gave it a nice point, but it broke it off. And the last time it broke off right in the, look how much lead there. And that happened 3 times. This is why this pencil now is so short. So if you see that Derwent sharpener, I would say it's a definite yes for light fast pencils. a definite no for ChromaFlows. I don't know what other small pencil they thought was going to be good in that, but not for ChromaFlows, which is the whole purpose of me that I bought it for, was for that. So I don't know if it's, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with it. Oh yeah, here's the other one. I think I lost one of them because it was inside the it was inside the sharpener, and so I just dumped it, and then the sharpener bounced, and now I can't find it. Oh, here's another one. Also, it did it to me 4 times. Then here's another one. Yeah, I'm saving them to put in my tray, which I probably should do right now since I have them in my hand. 4 times. So that's why this pencil is so short now. So yeah, so I guess I don't really recommend that ChromaFlow sharpener or that Derwent sharpener because I mean, as far as my light fast, I can use this one, which is, who makes this one? What does it say? M&R? Where did I get this? This one works for the light fast. This one, it works for the light fast, but I actually like this one better. This is the Ducks or whatever. Um, but it has like a longer wood thing. So I don't really like that on my light fast pencils. So I prefer this one, which keeps the wood part shorter. Yeah, but I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that Derwent sharpener. I was hoping I could. And then yesterday, took that thing out. It's like, oh brother, I thought I had a solution, because this is the one that I got in the blender set, and I have nothing but trouble with it. But it does, I don't know. It's just weird. Was I about to use a ChromaFlow pencil? I can't remember. Why did I get on that subject? It's just kind of rough, and like even like after running a graphite pencil through it, it's still really rough. So I don't know. I've kind of been using what do you call it? I can't even remember what the name of the thing is anymore. And where is it? Here it is. I have tons of sharpeners, so you may be able to tell. I've been using this one, the Teagal. That kind of works okay with it. It hasn't broken them, but it doesn't feel quite. I don't know if is it something with the wood in these that's setting things off. I don't know. There's something strange about it. It fights with the wood or gets a good point, but the point breaks off. And what's the point, no pun intended, of a sharpener that sharpens well but takes the point off? Yeah, that's not working. Oh, that's why I got on that subject, because of this. Do I have another? Is there a small side? Let me try this. I haven't tried the ChromaFlows in this. I heard something. Oh. Yeah, there's something about this wood that's very rough. I need to dump this too. There's too much in here. How much time am I going to spend on here? I don't know. Maybe a lot, because I've been working too much. I need a break. This might be my break day. Is there something in there? Or that's from the... Oh. I don't know where I get this sharpener from. M&R. I don't know. It might have been when I was searching for a sharpener for my for the Cretacolors, because it does. That's what I use it for. Um, and I was searching all over for one that would be big enough. Okay, where's my pencil? I want. Oh, I want to sharpen a regular pencil in there. That's what I was trying to do. And now I have one up here. Is this that I have too many pencils? And I always see. Oh, there it is. I always see this pencil when I'm not looking for it. Oh, so I'm gonna need Derwent to do better with the sharpeners. It hasn't broken, so that's good. So it has that kind of rough feel, which is the same thing I get with this, with the Derwent sharpener. It's kind of rough, but it seems like if you get a smooth peel, the tip comes off. I don't know. That's very strange to me. Anyway, how long have I been on here? Long time. Hour. Oh, is this rebooting again? Still working on. Okay, so let's see what else needs to be updated on here. Did EA update? Where is it? I'll see it. Where'd it go? It's always right in my face when I don't want it to be, and now I can't find it. EA. Why wasn't it in the tray? Hopefully I can come on later and play some. Play something without it being buggy, for one. And I haven't. Sorry, I'm looking at my. Trying to see what I need to update next. I could try playing Seasons. That would be interesting. I think I would start over because I got stuck. Why is it not in the. Oh, because it looks different. Where is my Steam? I haven't been on that in a long time either. And that might need to be updated. So let me find it. Where are you? Where are you, Steam? See how many changes you're going to take me through. Who's playing? Me. Oh, brother. Here we go. You gotta jump through hoops for that. Okay, so now we're gonna be on like this whole like, oh, now we're gonna have to update Chrome, probably. Yep. Oh, brother. It's like a whole update loop. We'll do it. Oh, this feels. Is it leaning? Yep, it's leaning. It's shaky. Oh my gosh. Well, we'll use the tip while we can. So that sharpener's a no for ChromaFlows as well. Oops, I colored the leaf. I'm doing more yapping than coloring. So I gotta hold the pencil strangely so I don't lose the tip. So I watched, was it day before yesterday? I finished watching the rest of season 4 of Bridgerton. And I laughed and I cried. I actually started crying. I actually started crying. It's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with me? I really liked it. I don't. It surprises me. I don't know why I'm so attached to that show, but I really am attached to that show. I did skip through some scenes because it seems like it has those. It's giving me Tyler Perry vibe now because it seems like it has to have an obligatory bodice ripper scene, and I'm just like, brother. I actually skipped through them in like what was it season episode 7. I was like, oh brother. I was like, really? This does not is not adding anything to the plot. We know they want each other. Okay, yeah. I don't need to see that. It's not telling me nothing. It's not adding nothing. They're not going to talk. So like, so I just skipped through it because now I know they're not going to talk. They're not going to say anything important. Just skip through it. I did because it's like no. I get annoyed. I just get so annoyed at this point. What is this doing for me? Um, but yeah, yeah, it really moved me. It really did. I love that show, and I'm thinking because we don't get together at Jill's channel, JCZ Crafts Vlogs and More. We don't get together there until why is this doing this? Until August 8th. So I've been thinking about watching Queen Charlotte. I just might do it. I'm trying to figure out like how much of a spoiler is that going to be for me, or how much is that going to alter my viewing of season 5 when it comes out. But I'm thinking if they put out oh shoot, none of this pain in the butt. I gotta sign in to this and that and the other. Hold on 1 second. The multitasking of it all. I need this. What is that? I swear, I'm ready for a life of no devices. In a way. I don't know how that would happen. No, not that one. Oops, that was wrong. Okay, start over again. Okay. Oh boy. It's like. There we go. Okay. Got that. And my charger for that I would keep on my desk for my phone. It died on me like a couple months ago, and I had to get a new one. What am I trying to do here? And why did I say that? I don't even remember why. Why did I say that? Oh, don't die on me now. You can't be doing that. Stop it. It's just so many gadgets. Life requires so many gadgets. Okay, I got two different ones. Why? So many gadgets, so many passwords, so many this, so many that. And what the heck? Can you let me do this? Oh brother. And this, oh my gosh, just trying to keep people protected and all this stuff with passwords and fingerprints and face things, and it's really a bit much. It's a bit much. And I know it's all to keep people safe, but it's because there's crooks out there trying to access all your stuff in all kinds of ways. And that's really annoying. And it makes me think of that movie like that I saw back when I was like what, like 16 or something like that. Shortly after I got saved, that movie A Thief in the Night, and they're talking about the mark of the beast and all that stuff, like from interpretations of things from the book of Revelation. And okay, so I'm signed into Steam finally. That's how long it took. All this time I've been talking. That's what I've been struggling with. Is this updated? I want to see if it's updated. It must be, or it's just gonna pop up and tell me when it's not convenient. Hmm. Okay, there we go. Check for updates. Yes, there is an update. Yes, I would like to download it. What? It downloaded that fast? Okay, so that's on its way. But yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, it's crazy. And I feel like somewhere something's got to give. There's all these things that I feel like are reaching critical mass. Oh, we're losing it. Shoot. Losing the dip. Get as much out of this as I can. Somewhere something's got to give because it's too crazy. And it just makes that whole thing of everybody having a chip. It kind of makes it make more sense because of the criminality of it, of everything, trying to find a way to get at something that doesn't belong to you and all that kind of stuff. If it's on your body, in your body, who's they'll still find a way though. But it's kind of interesting and weird and annoying. I have just seen so many things change just in 23 years. We went from, I don't know, being able to and how you access movies, VHS to DVDs. Now it's like streaming, then a subscription. First, being able to buy it or rent it from Blockbuster or whatever, being able to buy the VHS, being able to tape off of your television. Like that's how I have all these. I have VHS tapes of the show 120 Minutes that used to be on MTV because I had to work the next day, so I couldn't stay up that late. So I would sometimes I would watch as much as I could and then let the rest, let the tape keep taping, and then I'd watch it like on my day off, like to relax. Whenever I wanted to relax, watch the rest of 120 minutes, or I'd just go to bed early and have the VCR recording the show, and I'd watch it, on my next rest day. And being able to record movies, I still have my VH tapes of movies that I recorded, and then going to where like no, now we're going to see to DVDs. I guess is it where they went to next, or was it CDs? I don't even remember. Did they ever sell them as CDs instead of DVDs? I think maybe. Child, just that fast, things changing. I can't even remember that. And then, okay, so CDs, DVDs to give you the visual. So then VHS is no longer a thing. Um, okay, now this Steam thing's getting on my nerves. It's opening up and flashing all kinds of things in my eyes. What else do I need? I need OBS. I need to make sure that's updated. Um, okay. So blue. Do I have another blue, or I'm just gonna use this one because it worked well with it. So make it match. First, with even with were they called DVRs? Is that what they were called? Being able to record off a TV, you know, like from like if you had cable and they sometimes they would have the DVR thing connected to your cable TV, your cable box, so you could just tape your show, record your show, watch it later, and then also being able to like record TV shows on with a DVR and have it on a DVD. I have the first few episodes of Breaking Bad on DVDs discs. And then somewhere in there, like with that, the show, in the time when the show was originally out, you could no longer record the shows. You could no longer record anything from TV to DVD. It changed during the live season of Breaking Bad, and I was just like, "What the heck is going on? Why isn't this recording? What the heck?" And something changed. Somebody says, "Nope, can't do that anymore." It's like I'm not selling it to anybody. I want to watch it. I just have it so I can watch it, and have it so I can watch it again whenever I feel like. Oops, that is not the sky, but that's okay. This blue can turn green easily. So all of that changing, and now the only way you can see it is if you have a subscription to something, whether it's AMC directly or some other place that all these other hoops, all these other purchase hoops, just to see the show. All that stuff changing. Nope, 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 nope. Basically taking away our autonomy. I don't like that in any shape or form. That I don't like that. And taking more of our money. The price of a bunch of blank DVDs, the overall price of getting a DVR, The overhead's low on that. Have the DVR, pack of DVDs, record, record, record. You have that entertainment for as long as the DVD lasts. They're taking that away from us. Oh, well, if you want to see this, you can see this. Oh, for this amount of time. And then, they kick that off the thing, and because, not enough room. Now we're going to offer this. You can't get that anymore. Or, oh, you can only get that if you pay this amount of money. I don't want that. It's like even when they have the movies to rent or to buy, unless I'm going to get a physical copy of the movie, I'm not buying that. Because the minute you don't want to have it on your site anymore, you won't. Because it's probably in their legal terms. And they say, oh, you bought this, but we no longer offer it. And that's it. It's not yours anymore. You don't have it. You spent your money for ephemera. Really ephemeral ephemera. I don't like that. We gotta do something about that, because it's not even nickel and dime. They are dollars and dollaring us out of entertainment, which makes me wonder if we should change what we're entertained by. Flip the whole script on them. So we're not entertained by this anymore. We don't care about movies. Bye. That would be funny. They'd be left with their pants down. Do I sound mean? I have a mean streak. I do. I just keep quiet. If I'm gonna get somebody, I'm really gonna get them. It's like they say, beware, watch out for the quiet ones. Yeah, because we be thinking. We be thinking. Okay, that's kind of like that. And it's lighter than this side, which I do want. Oh, you can't even see that, can you? So you know what? I want to get rid of the. Let me move the chat out the way. Be cool. I'm afraid to do that though, because I actually used an old um what do you call it? Oh brother, get it out your mouth. Old, I don't know, saved setup or whatever in Restream, and it looks like it. I'm used to it looking, as opposed to the most recent times I've come on here and I just haven't even had the chat open, because it's like I don't understand why it looks like that and whatever. So I may need to use this one more often. Okay. So yeah, so this side is lighter than this side, but I think I want it to be that way. So that works. What is it, hour 38 minutes? I really don't even. It's 12. It's noon. I don't even feel like getting off of here. I'm like kind of on a roll now. I needed a day to rest because, like I said, I've been going to appointments and planning for appointments, and I actually don't have another one until August 6th. And so I just want to rest. I just want to rest. Mm. And also, I want to figure out the screen resolution with OBS and Sims Medieval, which is one reason why I'm doing all this updating of my standalone. Because I want to try and work on that and get that so it has the right display resolution. I feel like that's something I want to concentrate on today. So thus all the updating, and pausing to do that while I've been on here. And because like it takes so long to do all that, as you can tell. I figure while I was doing that, one way to keep me here and for me to keep up with the steps for what I needed to do is to do something at my desk. And that would be to color. Because coloring doesn't require the amount of brain power that other things I would do at my desk would. Okay, like, what do they want? No, leave me alone. I just feel like it's a whole grift. Everything, it just feels like everything is a grift these days, which I find really annoying. Um, Ads that are like on phones, games that you play on your phone, every single one of them is a grift, just about. And so much so that you can't, trying to decipher between the ones that aren't and are, it's almost like it's not worth the time. I would even tell people reputable people don't even advertise through that because it's like one big infomercial, one big thing of somebody trying to take your money and trying to take your money for something that really isn't worth it. That's the big deal with it. And it's really sad. It's like it has just evolved exponentially with social media. Marketing has. And that's very sad. I find that very, very sad. And I feel like something's got to give somewhere with that too. Because that's really sad. I think people should tell about the things that they have that are worth, you know, that they think people might be interested in, that people might be helped by, that, people might need, you know, that people might be looking for. But it just seems like they're really taking advantage. And it's not about that anymore. It's just all about make that money, not help those people. Make that money. Now, let's see if there's somebody out there that can be helped by my product. No, to make that money. And I just, it irritates me to no end. I guess you can tell. It's taken me to a whole nother level of stop shopping. Which was that, what was it named? Brother something. This kind of parody um, guy. Um, he has the Stop Shopping Network or something like that. He's called Brother something. It's supposed to be a church, kind of play. Like I said, it's like a parody. Stop shopping, and like every Christmas time, like there's like a lot of, they would do like a lot of things, public kind of shows or whatever. Um, but it was like tongue in cheek, you know, because it's like, yeah, this is consumerism is really, you know, not helpful. To consume things is necessary for us to survive, but consumerism, hmm, it's a whole psychology that actually, in the end, doesn't serve humanity, which is why, in the course of society with industrialism and colonialism and neo-colonialism and blah blah blah, there's been an abuse of people in the process because it's all about consumerism is all about itself, not about people. It's all about itself. Let me see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Just coloring in the leaves. It's always a challenge with trying to get leaves, something that has a lot of greenery, trying to make it look like, I don't know, variation or not being monotone. So I just feel like I had to be kind of half out of my head or something to work on them so I can just kind of be into color. It's like, where's the color? Okay, like I haven't eaten breakfast and now I got to think about what to eat for lunch. That might be easier. I know something that's in there. I could make some chicken salad. Got a little bit of chicken left over that I could do that with. Do I want this? My wee pencil. I swear, nothing likes. Oh, trying to find a sharpener that likes these has been so hard. It likes the chroma flows. Because even the Color, which my Prismacolors, I do not have a pencil. I don't have pencil points breaking when I use my Prisma. When I sharpen Prismacolor. This is so weird. I don't know why this computer keeps doing that. It keeps saying it has a kernel error, which means I'm gonna have to do some I'm gonna have to do some work on this computer too. I don't It's really strange. And I think it's been after a particular Microsoft update, which is why I'm sick of them. Like, why do you keep updating everything? What is wrong with you? Why are you so messed up that you gotta keep updating? What's going on in the cyber world that y'all have to keep updating? It's I don't know, it's a little sus to me. Like, can you tell us what's happening? What do I want? Shoot, I think I lost my flow. I lost my flow. So I'm gonna go. That rhymes. So this is where we are now. I wonder if I change this. What happens if I do that? I don't look any different. Ooh. Well, gee, if I'd known that, I would have done that all along. So this is where we are with it. Build in this side, then the bottom. This is basically what I'm going to do all the way, all around here. Is the same thing. So I'm going to come back on again whenever that is. You'll see more of that over here. I have to figure out then what to do, how to do this with the browns. It's not that hard. But then I'm going to have to figure out what to do in the middle, which like I have no idea what I'm going to do. So that's it for me for today. I'm going to head out. I'm going to try and eat something. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for those who watch on the replay. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.